So here we are, final video in the Did You Know with IFTTT Pro series that I've been working on with IFTTT. So throughout the series, I think it's now about 12 videos we've done. We've hopefully inspired you on things that you could do with an IFTTT Pro subscription, and also given some IFTTT Pro subscriptions, annual ones, out to a number of the people visiting my YouTube channel as well. For me, it's been really nice to reach one of my targets of having over 1,000 subscribers, and the next kind of target for me is to get to the point where I have 4,000 hours of watch time. For that, I think I'm going to have to do some longer videos, so for everybody who sat and watched these all the way through, it is greatly appreciated. So now in this video, what I wanted to do is take the Gardena or Gardena, or however you spell it or say it, irrigation system and integrate it into IFTTT, with the idea of basically making sure that that irrigation system doesn't spoil a barbecue that we're having at our house. So I'm going to use the Google Calendar. I'm going to see if I can sprinkle a little bit more magic on there as well. As always, you please watch throughout the video, and towards the end there's going to be details on how you could win one of 2 annual subscriptions to IFTTT Pro. And with that, let's get on with creating the applet. Thank you. So let's start creating this applet. So we're going to start off with it triggering from an event in my calendar. So if I go to add, and I'm going to say Google Calendar, and so for my Google Calendar, if it finds an event with the word barbecue in it, or BBQ, then it's going to fire the rest of the actions. I'm actually going to start it on the time it's meant to, but it's interesting enough you could start this before the actual event occurs. So I'm going to create that as a trigger, and there's 2 things that I want to do. So the first is, I actually want to go into the Gardena or Gardena smart system, and I want to pause the schedule. So what I don't want it to do is suddenly turn on the sprinklers and cover everybody in water, because basically nobody wants a wet sausage at their barbecue, do they? And so I'm going to say, I've only got one device here, which is I've called irrigation, and I'm going to pause that schedule for 12 hours. I'm going to click on create action, and so that kind of ensures that it's not going to have the sprinklers going off or the irrigation system going off during the barbecue. But to kind of get the party started, even if nobody's arrived yet, then I want to play one of my favourites, and of course you've got to go and find your best playlist for this sort of thing. And so I have a summer barbecue playlist that I've created. I want to play it in the kitchen and actually include all kind of rooms where I can. And so create that action. And so here we are, quite simply. It's going to go through my calendar. If it finds something that mentions the word BBQ in it, then it's not only going to pause the irrigation system, but it's going to start playing some music, because it's obviously time to enjoy a summer barbecue, mainly because it must be one of the 4 sunny days that we have in the UK, and so you've got to maximise this as much as you can. I'm going to click on continue, pause irrigation for barbecue, and click on finish. And with that, we are done. So hopefully that's given you some inspiration. Now on with the competition. So all I need you to do is to subscribe to the channel, and in the comments I need you to put what you would do if you had an IFTTT Pro subscription and a Gardena or Gardena irrigation system. I'll pick the 2 most funny, amusing, awesome, epic, astounding ones. So it's obviously a very precise kind of mechanism. And with those 2, I'll arrange for an annual IFTTT Pro subscription to be added to your account. The one thing that I do ask you to do is make sure that I can contact you, and so make sure you have an email address or something similar in your YouTube profile, so that when I go look at your YouTube profile, I can see how I might contact you. And with that, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much for watching this series of these videos. I've got something else I'm working on as a kind of final parting gift for this series, but it's probably going to take more than a couple of weeks to organise. But yeah, I really appreciate you kind of joining and subscribing, and good luck with the competition. Thank you.